Hi, everybody. Laura Basson here, and welcome to the Simon Says Stamp Mothers and Fathers Release Hop. Today, I have a couple of cards made using two of the brand new dies that are being released. This one's the full card dad die, and this one is the full card mom die. And I wanted to show you how quick it was to put these cards together. Normally, it takes me a really long time to make cards. But these came together super fast, mostly because of these dies. They're just a full card. You die cut it and put it on. You don't even really have to do much else. But I want to do something kind of fun on the card base. So I took some of the Tim Holtz watercolor paper. This stuff is awesome, this watercolor paper by Tim Holtz. And I got my little cheapy watercolor set, which, by the way, I noticed that Simon is carrying one pretty similar to this one. I got mine at Michael's a long time ago, but the one in the Simon Says Stamp store looks exactly the same. So when I run out, which I'm actually starting to run out of that light green, I'm going to get the one from the Simon store. And so anyway, gosh, it's like $5, so can't beat it. And I love the color choices. Anyway, so now I just slop some color on that watercolor paper. Now I'm heating it down, and I'm gonna go in again. This time I'm gonna use a dryer brush, and that's gonna give me some darker colors on top of that light base that I already laid down. And that's a fun thing you can do with watercolors. You gotta let it dry each time around when you work on it. Then you gotta stop and you gotta let it dry, or dry it with your heat gun. And then you can go in it again and you can add some darkness, and you can manipulate it and play with it. And you could kind of look like you know what you're doing. And people will be like, wow, why'd you do that? And you're like, I don't know. So that's how easy this came together. Really fun. Set that aside, and then I'm going to start working on the feminine version. This one's going to be for the full card mom die. And I'm kind of using the pinks and purples. I thought this would be a pretty Mother's Day card. Funny story about Mother's Day. My first son, Boaz, was born on Mother's Day. We were in Germany living there. My husband played hockey over there. We lived in the Black Forest. Well, I mean, we didn't live in the forest, but that's an for those of you who are familiar with Germany, you're probably totally laughing at that. Black Forest is a region in Germany, and we lived in that part of Germany, the southern part. We didn't actually live in a forest and a teepee, living like cavemen. No. Okay, I'm getting off topic. Okay, so anyhow, Boaz was born on Mother's Day, and it's funny because when you're a first-time mom, you don't know anything about having babies, and the nurses are all speaking German, and it happened to be my husband's birthday, so they share the same birthday, and it's usually, well, when he was born, it was Mother's Day. So anyway, every Mother's Day, we've got my mom coming over, and we're celebrating two birthdays on that time, and so the family's over, and there's lots of presents, and there's lots of cake. Of course, my mom prefers cheesecake, and Mark and Bo prefer apple pie. So everybody's got the things that they like. And anyway, so I'm adhering that watercolor paper down with some score tape because watercolor paper can get a little bit warpy. So the score tape really holds it down nice and flat. And then I put some Tombow Mono. You gotta make sure you get it on all those nooks and crannies. This die is very delicate, and all the letters, you gotta kind of get a little drops of that Tombow Mono everywhere you can, as best as you can, to get that all adhered down nice and flat. And I'd probably put that under some books, to get it really flat every time I do watercolor or embossing. Anyhow, so those are the cards. Very, very quick and simple and fun. I think they'll be perfect for mothers and fathers. Everyone's going to love them, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks so much for joining me, and enjoy your hop.